All right, let's get into it. Today we're doing a deep dive on something that's pretty unsettling when you think about it. You sent this over TrickMo Malware, right?
Yeah, TrickMo.
So at first glance, it seemed like the usual way to swipe your credit card number, but then it takes this whole other turn.
Well, that's what's so fascinating about TrickMo, right? It started as your classic banking Trojan, something that just wants to get your financial info, like you're about to buy something online. You need that one-time password, that 2FA code.
Right, right.
TrickMo used to be all about snatching those up, but it's gotten, well, sneakier.
It's like you do everything right, you think.
Yeah.
Strong passwords, two-factor authentication. You even look both ways before you cross the digital street. Then something like this pops up and you're like, was any of it even worth it?
And that's the thing about cybersecurity, isn't it?
Right.
You're constantly trying to stay one step ahead,
Uh-huh.
and the bad guys, they're always upping their game. This new research from Zimperium, for example, they found that TrickMo is now going after Android unlock patterns and pins.
Hold on, how is that even possible? I mean, that just sounds terrifying.
So picture this. You pick up your phone, and bam, it looks exactly like your lock screen. You go to enter your pattern or your PIN-M, but it's a fake. A deceptive UI is what they're calling it. It's controlled by TrickMo.
It's like phishing, but instead of getting you to click a link, they're tricking you into putting your phone's PIN in.
Exactly. And all those passwords, the two-factor authentication you were so proud of, well, if they've got your unlock pattern or your PIN in, that stuff's out the window.
That's really unsettling. It really highlights just how vulnerable we are. What are the broader implications of this then?
Honestly, Zimperium's research, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Another cybersecurity firm, Khalifi, they found 40 new variants of TrickMo. 40.
40.
And those are just the ones they've found. Who knows how many more are out there? And let me tell you, they are not messing around.
Really? Like, what else can they do?
Well, they can still get your banking details, your logins, of course. But we're also seeing screen recording, data theft. They can take control of your phone remotely, even give themselves permissions to really dig deep. New victims every day, millions of compromised records, and counting.
It really is the Swiss Army knife of malware, huh? What's worse is this is global, right? Are there any particular regions being hit hard by this?
We're seeing a lot of activity in Canada, the UAE, also Turkey and Germany.
Yeah.
Massive data breaches. People are losing access to their accounts, their money, even their identities. But here's the real kicker. This is just one example.
Right.
Our mobile devices are becoming more and more vulnerable.
And we use our phones for everything these days. Banking, work, all our communication, even storing important documents. It's like our entire lives are on these things. It sounds like TrickMo's after more than just bank info now, though.
Oh, absolutely. VPN credentials, access to work websites, personal photos, private messages, you name it. If it's on your phone and it's valuable, they're after it.
This has been really eye-opening, honestly. So what can people listening do about it? What are some ways to protect themselves from something like TrickMo?
That is the million-dollar question. And honestly, it deserves its own deep dive. This isn't just about TrickMo. This is about fundamentally rethinking how we view mobile security. Our phones are our most valuable tools, but they might also be our most vulnerable.